the city's North Shore. This is Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight, a good one here in the AFC. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Acrisure to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. I know you love this guy, Brock, a fellow lefty like you, now in his 6th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
Unfortunately, those injuries returned last season. Katie played his fewest games since his rookie season 11. It was pretty obvious, too. Those Dolphins, 6-5 with him, 2-4 without him. He's a difference maker.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Opening carry for Achane. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, you can't do it better than that.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
So first down from the 41. Running left, here's Achane. Now he's past the 25. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. They get 27 on the play. And it's going to be first down Miami.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. We motion the tight end over. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Man in motion, out of the slot. Now Tua to throw. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's got it at the 5! And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Miami.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. To throw, Tagovailoa. And he's in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Riley Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Steelers, nothing.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. They've got first down here from the 36. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. Complete to DK Metcalf. And he's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47. The big play nets him 17 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
47-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
47-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Again, this is Gainwell. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That was the former two-time Steelers All-Pro Minkah Fitzpatrick making that play.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Steelers, first down. 1st and 10.
Now, I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
They got out ahead of that one, and good thing, too. That effort, right? Just that pursuit, that want-to, may have prevented the big play, and instead, well, they nearly got him for a tackle for loss.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. play fake. Here's Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Rodgers going to throw here, 3rd down. This finds Austin, complete. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. From the right hash, about 45 yards out.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Acrisure on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That play brought to an end by the former Dolphin. There's Jalen Ramsey.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. That's caught. He's got Washington. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Dolphins, 1st down. A gain of 15. 1st down, Dolphins.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Here's Achane up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, Tua. Short pass brought in. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football.
Oh, you know what, Kate? That defense right there, they thought they had a huge play until they saw that ball bouncing out of bounds. One bounce in just the other direction. They're off the field. Instead, well, they're on the field. They got to shake it off, though, and keep this offense from the end zone.
1st down. Here's Tua. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still second down.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Tua off the play fake. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Third down, 1 yard to go. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? So the penalty is going to back him up 5, and in all likelihood, they need to come up with a new play call for third down. So the false start makes this a far tougher call now, 3rd and 6. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Waddle makes the catch. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They gain 11 on that play. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Tagovailoa, quick throw, complete. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Nearly a big play by the safety, and I guess you could still say it was, but it benefits the offense as he gets called for roughing the passer. Achane, and he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Dolphins capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Achane with the touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Dolphins drive their lead to 11.
14. Steelers 3.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. A give here to Gainwell. Through the second level at the 40. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist and head the other way for a big run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. That's to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
First down now, ball at the 33. Play action here with Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
16 at the 39-yard line.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. The scoreboard reads 14-3. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They have second down behind the sticks. Sends this to the end zone. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers make it a one-score game in the first half. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw. And he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 4.
Steelers 10.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here comes Malik Washington. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Dolphins send a running back, Achane, getting back to work. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Going play action, Tagovailoa. That's caught, Achane. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it or, in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Second down carry for Achane. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. To the air on 3rd and long. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Now it's Jake Bailey, who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. Back deep is Williams. Fair catch, but we can see both a flag and a punter on the ground. Let's see if this is a call for 5 or 15 yards. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this first down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. All down by the first rounder out of Oregon, Derek Harmon.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll try the middle with Gordon. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. This one falls incomplete.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
4th down, and on comes the former All-Pro Jake Bailey to punt. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
And the Steelers, first down. 1st and 10.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
They stick with Gainwell. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Zach Sealer there to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Love the call, Brock, but wrong situation there. The defense closes that sweep out behind the line.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation, but even more, better execution.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Working out of the gun, here's Rodgers. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. They got 21 yards on the play. And the Steelers have a first down.
I'm sure coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got first down here from the 36. Jumps in up the middle. He has room past the 25. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
That's another Steelers.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. From the red zone now. He's in trouble, and the Dolphins get him. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on second and goal. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a second quarter lead. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Boswell to add the PAT. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Steelers push their lead to 3.
Dolphins 14.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Acrisure on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Putting the tight end in motion. On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to be first down, Miami.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First and 10 from the 43. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, option.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still first down.
Set him back 5. It's first and 15 after the penalty. Running it after the penalty. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Now Tua to throw. Finds his back, Achane. And this makes it to around the 43-yard line. Stop by the perennial All-Pro and Defensive Player of the Year contender. That's T.J. Watt.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. To try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Tua setting up to throw. Here's a screen for Achane. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I know we all love the big home run plays, the highlight reel plays, but as an offense, these are just the stay on schedule kind of plays. But I love the commitment to this run game. Keep working that body, keep working that body, keep working that body, and eventually you could take the will away from your opponent.
Now the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. It looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up third down.
You make that call, just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big deal between them and the first down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. They'll throw 3rd and long. Brought in. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and goal, Miami.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Defense showing blitz. Tagovailoa. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 2nd quarter lead. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins take a 4-point lead.
Dolphins 21, Steelers 17.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steelers and Kenneth Gainwell ready for their next possession. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Give him 13 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Rodgers gonna throw on first. Hits him on the out route. And he's gonna just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Dolphins' 39-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Rodgers from the gun. Throwing this one back at the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now throw again, Rodgers. He'll step up, and there he goes. Rodgers is hit, the ball is loose, and the Dolphins got it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
There are so many fundamental details play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB doesn't, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
The Dolphins send running back Achane getting back to work. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the second. And it is enough time to put something together. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down. This one misses the tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. It's Achane on the inside give. They'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
3rd down, they need 7. Throw here, 3rd down. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First down. Here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. He's back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our 2 teams here no doubt made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. This makes it up to the 25. The Steelers and Kenneth Gainwell ready for their next possession. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Rodgers off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. That's incomplete left side. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Even on 3rd and long, he still couldn't bring himself to force the throw right there, and that's okay. As coordinators will like to say, every drive that ends with a kick we can live with. Don't put the ball in harm's way.
And he's just going to fair catch this one. That's brought in at the 39-yard line. The Dolphins and running back Achane getting back to work. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Caught by Westbrook Achane. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Achane on the toss right. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Going play action, Tagovailoa. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. To the air on third and long. Setting up the screen. Achane gets a first down and more. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Trying to run it in. Achane. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
8 yards to go as they get set on second and goal. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
17, Jalen Waddle. A gain of 7 yards. It's now third and goal.
Only need to fall forward 1 more yard. Here's third and goal. Achane. Pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football.
Take everything that makes the goal line stand exciting and amplify it by 1,000. They didn't just hold him out of the end zone. They stole the ball away with a dominant stop.
The Steelers and Kenneth Gainwell ready for their next possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
The previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Just 2 yards away, so the offense going for it. It's fourth and goal. Trying for it, it's Achane. And he gets in, touchdown! The Dolphins push their lead further to start the half. Achane with the touchdown. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on fourth and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins drive their lead to 11.
Steelers 17.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Steelers and Kenneth Gainwell ready for their next possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Gainwell. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he has it all the way down to the 30-yard line.
It's a pickup of 46 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Cut out left. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. Working inside the red zone. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now Rodgers going to get the Steelers set to go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now.
28. Steelers 25.
Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Chris Boswell.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Acrisure on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Dolphins are back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic to convert on this 3rd and long.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Third and long for him here. Here's a screen for Achane. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got them equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
They'll bring out the punter here. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. First call here coming from the shotgun. Now Rodgers. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. To throw is Rodgers. It's caught. That's Thielen. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Steelers have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Now Gainwell. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Rodgers will look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's the 5th time they've gotten their first sack of this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on third down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Four guys out wide. Here we go, 3rd and long. Third and long. They're going to throw. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
2nd down now. They need 7. Tight end going in motion here. This is Gainwell. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Ashton Davis there on the stop.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Rodgers from the gun. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Nearly a big play by the safety, and I guess you could still say it was, but it benefits the offense as he gets called for roughing the passer. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time, and it's going to be second down. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
From the gun, it gives it Gainwell. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Third down, line to gain, 9 yards out. To throw, Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. Boswell able to knock it through. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Acrisure on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Dolphins send a running back, Achane, getting back to work. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Motioning Washington right. Here's Achane up the middle. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Achane again. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that is a Dolphins 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st down now. Ball at the 33. Just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. First down now, ball at the 33. They run the counter to Achane. Escapes the defender. Jukes another one. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Well, that play right there, that one is why linemen, they run the 40, do all the agility tests in their spandex at the combine. Yeah, having fast, agile, big guys up front, it lets them set the table so the running backs could go do their job.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Dumps it off to Achane. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. That play good for 17 on a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Running behind center with right. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Running with Achane here out of the gun. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Tagovailoa facing 3rd and long. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Got all of it, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Now here's Rodgers. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll air it out on 3rd. Connecting with Metcalf again. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
First down.
Oftentimes, play calling's like chess. You got to have just the right move. And in this case, well, that is checkmate. That's a crossing route versus man coverage. Just the right choice, and they got a completion out of it.
Throwing again here, it's Rodgers. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
2nd and 3 now. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
It's a gain of 11.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
You could do a lot worse than a quick little shuffle give sometimes. I like that play. That shuffle pass just keeps the defense honest, keeps them guessing a little bit. Normally goes for positive yardage, and sometimes, well, sometimes you're even able to surprise that defense entirely.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Rodgers going to throw here, 3rd down. And the Dolphins are going to get to him, and he is dropped. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Kate, I totally get it. Could take a little more risk knowing a field goal's in the back pocket, but still, that is so disappointing offensively. Not even able to get the throw off and give yourself a chance at a touchdown.
So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. Tracking for it, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
You look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Washington now to return. And he dodged the tackle. The Dolphins and running back Devon Achane getting back to work. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Tua off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, here's Tua. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
It's a double-edged sword. I totally understand. These quarterbacks today are so athletic, and they love to keep plays alive, but it can turn smaller losses into much bigger setbacks like we see yet again.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Tied in the 4th, and this defense is making sure it stays that way. Last 2 snaps, well, they've generated some of their best pressure of the game. That's a testament to the want-to, the will, and making it happen when it matters the most.
Punting unit out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First and 10 from the 43. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. Jukes away from one. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
1st down. Here's Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100-yard.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Offense going with a 4-receiver set, 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. Kicked well, and this is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Washington now to return. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First down now, ball at the 33. Now they'll hand it off to Achane. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
And the Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Dolphins down by only 3. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Motion man sent left. Tagovailoa off the play fake. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Here he is to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Jalen Waddle, and they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Steelers make the play that should win them this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
The Steelers and Kenneth Gainwell ready for their next possession. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Brock, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They're going to pass it here. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they're going to bring him down, but until he gets it down to their 32-yard line.
26 yards.
Miami calls a timeout here. It's second.
For a Steelers.
And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Design quarterback run here. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.